Up, everybody. It's been a while since I've done a grow tent tour, so I thought I'd do one. There's a lot to see here, and so I will try to go through it quickly. I may need to make a part two, but we will just go ahead and get started right away. First thing I want to talk about is the truncatas, and so this is the JB by Truncata Giant, and here's its newest picture. And so looking absolutely beautiful. It starts off with nice stripes. I've got a baby one that I'll show you, or smaller one that I'll show you here in a minute. But here's how it ends up aging. It ages to this golden brown color of the peristome. And if you look over here, here is the how they come out. So this is a smaller one, which is absolutely beautiful with those stripes. This one is probably, I don't know, 6 inches across, and so it's putting out pretty good sized pictures, but they start as they get bigger, exponentially growing those pictures. So next up is the Patience, JB by Patience, and so you can really see the Patience. Here's its newest picture. I don't know if I can get all of it here. I'd say that's probably 14 inches or so. You can see the nectar on there. Just an absolutely gorgeous, let me see if I can turn it around, gorgeous picture. The color on it just stays that Patience red, and it's absolutely lovely. And so it's doing a great job growing. I've been feeding it quite a bit more aggressively. I'd say probably once every month or so. I don't want to feed too much because the truncatas will get absolutely enormous, so I'm trying to curtail it until I can get into a larger greenhouse. But yeah, so those are doing well. Next is Renoir Tiana, and so this is definitely the weed, one of the weeds of Nepenthes, if you will. Grows a ton, but absolutely gorgeous. I just think it's so understated. The picture shapes, these are a little bit got squeezed, but they have this hourglass shape, and then they got those beautiful eyes, and I just love that. And so it's doing very well. If you have been following me for a while, you'll see how much it's grown in the period of time that I've had it. It is a very fast-growing Nepenthes, not endangered at all, to my knowledge. It is one that they have a lot of, but highly recommend it. They also have a red version that is absolutely gorgeous. And here's a good example of another one that just popped open. Beautiful. All right, so excuse me. Let's move on now. This is one that I absolutely adore. This is the Glabrata by Aristolochioides. And just look at those tiny little beautiful pictures. Aren't they gorgeous? I absolutely love them. This plant, here's another one that's just hanging down. That's about as big as they get. That's about the size of maybe a nickel. I don't know, maybe a quarter. But that's about as big as they get. And they're just such a little lovely plant. Highly recommend it. Got it from Todd's Tropicals. So great plant. Here's some just more some different truncatas. This is a Talented Tower by Predatory Plants, and you can see the Veitchii in there with that hairy stem. It is doing just fine, growing quite along. There's one of its pictures there. Fun fact about this one is the more light you give it, the redder those pictures will come out. Very beautiful plant. Here's one of the newer ones. See how red that is? Very pretty plant. Just kind of grows a little slow, but I love it. Here is that, I want to say, Ventricosa by Bongzo by Merliana. Here is one of its pictures. Very tough pictures. Just very pretty, and it's easy grower. It just stays, you know, its lower pictures are more like coffee mug shaped, and then its upper pictures have got more of this sort of bell shape to it, but they are very tough, as you can see, almost like a low-eye toughness to them. Very woody pictures. Next one I'm excited about. I think I've got some good pollination on some of these. This is Brutus, Nepenthes Brutus, and so very excited about that. Let me see if I have any. I pollinated it with Miranda and with spatulata by Truncata Titan. So I'm very excited to see how that turns out. Let's see, excuse me, see if I have some, here's some pictures that are going out. Right there's one. Nice little intermediate picture. And then next to that, I've got a Caesar that is growing. And so that is Nepenthes Caesar. I just made a short about that one. It's a brand new one, just popped open, and has that very much tiger stripe like look to it. Very beautiful. Next to it, this one does not picture for me because I keep it, I don't have it high enough to the light. This is that Hamakua by Truncata Giant. It will get enormous yellow pictures, but it needs a lot of light. But it is flowering. It's flowering female. Whoops. It's flowering female. So I'm super excited about that. And so I will be crossing that with whatever male pollen that I have. I haven't decided yet. Down here, this thing grows like crazy. There you go. This is Diariana. It is just a weed. It goes here, goes all the way up. It just keeps going. And look at the length of these leaves. That thing is probably, I still can't get it in the frame. I mean, it's probably a 2.5 foot leaf. Such a cool plant. I've always wanted one. And so I got this one from Todd's Tropicals. And boy, does it grow fast. I'm a little nervous. It's supposed to be a warmer Christmas. And so I'm excited about that because they do not like cold weather. So I'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Just make sure it's okay. Everything's growing so much that I'm quickly running out of room. Here is Alata by, or excuse me, this is Alata by Merliana here that is growing really big. It's got a basil there that is basically the size of the plant that I bought from Todd's Tropicals a while ago. And so growing very fast, a very viney plant, easy grower. Next to that, back here, is a sprawling Titan's Tower from Predatory Plants. I got to get in here and trim everything. I have not been able to get in the grow tent as much as I would like lately, but very important you keep that dead growth away so they can get some good airflow. But yeah, that's Titan's Tower. Let's see. It has been a while since I've been in here, so I'm trying to make sure I get everything covered. Here is a newer picture on excuse me, oh my goodness, Sibianensis by Merliana. And so that is a small little foreshadowing of what is to come. This plant will get enormous pictures on it. I don't have any. This is one that does very well if it is sitting where it can sit its pictures down. Just like that Sibianensis parentage, it really enjoys that and will grow very large pictures for you if you give it that ability. Here, sprawling across the green, or the grow tent rather, is the Sibianensis, or excuse me, oh my goodness, Spatulata by Truncata Titan. I don't have any newer pictures that I'm aware of on that. They slow down during the winter months, and so not as much to see, but let's come up here. Here is the beautiful Maxima Wavy Leaf, and so putting out those lime green pictures that will pretty much stay lime green. They do kind of start getting a coppery top to them as they grow. Slow grower for a Maxima. It might just be my conditions, but I find that it's been a slow grower for sure. Here is Thorilii by Aristolochioides, and looking not great. I need to get in here and trim this up, but got that Aristo theme to it where it's going to get very woody, lanky on you. But the stem goes all the way up here towards the light. And so it is healthy. It's just losing its bottom leaves. Here is another stem of it, and then it's got a basil it's working on. It needs an up pot. This dries out way too fast, and so that also contributes to the woody stem effect there. Let's see here. This is the oh my gosh, my brain just completely went blank. We'll come back to that. The spatulata by Rob Cantley Eyes are doing fantastic. If you've been following me, you've seen these since they were little tiny babies, and now they're starting to get to the point where I'm definitely going to have to very easily, very carefully repot them. They're starting to choke each other out. Here's another one there, and here's another one here. The pictures last forever, and they're beautiful little pictures. Not a whole lot of color on them, but they're just neat little pictures to have. I'm very attached to these plants just because it's one of the first little batches of seedlings that I got that I was excited to see how the genetic variation would be, because they're all seed grown. And so I'm excited to see them grow, but as you can see, I got to get in here, starting to show a little bit of stress. And I got to do some cuttings for sure, but some trimming, and just really kind of give them a new home so they can spread out a little bit more. Here is Patches, if I can get in here. Here's Patches by Truncata Giant, doing just fine. If you remember, I did a short on this one. That peristome comes out very striped and beautiful, and starting to get some good picture jump on it. It's been a slower grower, but I'm excited to see what it does. Here is with these dead ferns because of the cold. Here is Ime, and so starting to get that Ime shape to it. Very lovely little plant. Here's the Cobra Veitchii with spatulata, and so you can see that Cobra coming through big time on the peristome, but then the spatulata body. So I'm very excited about that one and to see how that goes. Here is that Astuce by spatulata by Jacquelinie, finally starting to do something, and so that's exciting. Here's its newer picture, if I can get it to focus. Sorry, the fan is right over the phone if it's making a noise. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Boy, I really need to get in here and I keep saying it, but I've been on vacation, been doing a lot of things during the holidays, and so I haven't had a lot of time to get in here, and you can tell. This is Renoir Tiana by Rob Cantley Eye, doing really good. It's putting all of its energy into its basil. They get that really squat, sort of wide mouth peristome, which I think is such a neat little attribute to them. And then we have the Mira by Truncata Giant, doing fine here and growing out. Let's see. Oh, here's an Alata by Caesar. So this is an Alata by Caesar, and this is the Alata by this is the Alata by Caesar. This is Alata by Truncata. There we go. So that's the Alata by Truncata. And there's just a few more things going on there. I will probably do a part 2 here of the video just to give you a tour of the Drosera. But just for the most part, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of how everything is doing, how everything is looking. It's growing big. Things are slowing down because of the cool weather, but they'll be back up and running here. What I'm excited about is the flowering, and so I'm really excited to see how and what strikes with that Brutus. And then I've got that Hamakua by Truncata behind it that I'm very, very excited about. It's all done very well. The Truncatas are growing a lot better, as I knew they would once I started feeding them more. I'm just going to have to, as they get larger like this, I'm going to have to start feeding them more to keep them healthy so they don't get stem rot. But I've been trying to hold back because they will get enormous on you. This one Truncata alone will take up most of this grow tent once it gets fully mature. But I hope you've enjoyed this quick little tour of the video. Hope you're having a great December. And as always, have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.